Hey everyone, FB here to bring you a cast of the Nations Cup 10 group stage match France versus Austria. Before the match starts, let's take a look at the results so far in this group, which is Group A. Last week, France defeated Russia with a 3-0 score, and in the other match, Austria also won it with a 3-0 score against Finland. And with those results, France is still topping the group, now having collected 6 points. Austria is at second with 3 points, having one less match played, followed by Finland at third with 2 points, Russia at fourth with 1 point, and United Kingdom at last place with no point. As always, let's also take a look at all the groups while we're at it. And besides this group, we got Group B with Spain and Slovakia topping the group. And if you missed it, I'm casting Slovakia versus Germany after this match. In Group C, we got Czech Republic and the Netherlands in the lead. And in Group D, Poland and Belgium are first and second. Lastly, as for the format for this tournament, for those not familiar with it, it's played in 3 versus 3 and a best of 3, with one map win giving the team 1 point. Every sub-match is played to 7 with tennis mode, which means that if the score is 6-6, you have to win with 2 points. And the map packs consist of 3 maps that are played over 2 weeks. Top 2 from each group will qualify to the upcoming playoffs. The teams are doing some warm-ups right now. The first track seems to be Meltdown, which is made by Nevermind and Pain. The world record is still 101.101 by Neo. Let's put on some audio here. There we go. And maybe you can also take a look at what the lineups will be here for the two nations. For Austria, it seems to be Scary, Poker, and Speedy. And for France, it's still not decided, but if I would guess, then I would say Kronos is playing. Arguably the strongest French player these days. Won Gamers Assembly earlier this year. So he's a very good player, and we'll see what he can do here for France. It's a 3v3 though, and France, of course, who have won all editions of this tournament except once, which was Nations Cup 6 against Sweden. They are, of course, the big favorites here, but the 3v3 though kind of makes it a bit more scary for them, I think, since a lot of nations got, you know, a couple of good players, and France can't really rely on their amazing depth as much as they've done in the past. So it will be interesting to see if France will potentially not win Nations Cup this year. I think there are a lot of strong contenders that could give them a challenge. Still though, France is France, and they have a very, very strong team on paper. We'll see what their lineup will be. Still not ready as we continue to do a couple of warm-ups here. Let's take a look at the Dedimania. While we're waiting, we see that Poker got the fastest time out of the bunch with 101.29 at top 4. Link for France is at top 8 with 101.31, and then Ranked is at top 19 with 101.38. And actually Poker setting a top 3 Dedimania in that round. So now his fastest time is 101.26 instead. That was a bit funny. Interestingly enough, no Kronos in the Dedi. I'm not sure what that is about. He's usually in the top 5. Looks like we'll have maybe one more warm-up before starting. France now down to 5 players, but 2 of them still will have to go into spec mode. We see a lot of players from Against All Authority here. Only Ranked is not playing for them. I don't think it's Ranked in a team right now, I'm not sure. Maybe in AT Gaming, but can't remember. Anyways, Kid, he is more known as a full speed player, I would say, and also Cyril. So I guess based on that, I would say Ranked, Kronos, and Zoom is the lineup here for France. Yeah, I'm pretty sure of that actually. Looks like the teams are ready now, so we will start momentarily. If France will win this match, I believe they will secure first place in the group. Not that many more play days after this, but that's gonna be the end of the warm-up. We are starting this Nations Cup 10 group stage match between France and Austria. The lineups will be ranked, Zoom, and I was going to say Kronos, but I guess he's not playing. It's gonna be Link instead, who is on the other side, so he will have to go join the blue team. Let's see if we will have to do a restart. We may actually have to do that. No wait, Cyril will just put him in the blue team. So the French lineup is ranked, Zoom and Link, and for Austria we got Poker, Scary and Speedy. And we are live into the first round, and we will actually see the delayed end round, even though it wasn't needed. But now everything should be fine, and we will start this match. Okay, so I do get confirmation that ranked is clanless. That was what I was thinking as well, but wasn't quite sure. As we see a double fail from Zoom and ranked, crashing. No, not ranked. Zoom and Link for France. Yeah, I can't speak. For France. So Zoom and Link will be quite far behind here. That's gonna give Austria a good chance to take the first point. As we see Poker making a minor mistake. Ranked in the lead right now, ahead of Speedy with 800. Scary at third place, still looking very good though for Austria. They should be able to just play on the result here. Ranked also hitting the wall. Speedy and Scary will pass him. And Austria on their way to take the first point. Coming up to the last turn here. Ranked has passed Scary, will take second place, but oh, Scary crashing in the end. But since Poker was able to take that third place, it will still be a red point. So Austria in the lead as we start up the second round. See if Zoom and Link can avoid crashing in this corner. This time they will pass it without any problems, and so will all the other players as well. Link with a good start. See Poker showing up. 500s behind him, losing a bit of speed there, but built up good speed in the next corner. Poker about to pass Link now. Going up to first place. Here's Zoom as well for France. Still a very close round. Scary has dropped down a bit for Austria. But this could still go either way as we are nearing the finish line. Link currently in the lead. And Zoom is keeping second place, but only with a small margin. Here we go. It looks like France is going to take this one. Link with first, 101.60, really good time. Also Zoom with a good time, 0.77. Speedy and ranked under 102 as well, with 0.87 and 0.89. And Poker with 102.02, and Speedy, or Scary rather, a bit further behind. So that's gonna go to France. They will tie up the score at 1-1. Oh, Zoom will crash in the same place again. Goes a bit too risky through that turn. So that's gonna put him 3 seconds behind. At the top, it's Ranked and Link. First and second though, Ranked going too wide. And lost his speed over the quarter pipe, then hits the wall as well. So another blue player down. So I only got French players in the hotkeys. Let's check in with Poker. He's at second place behind Link. Speedy at third, and then Scary at fourth place. Austria on their way to win the second point. Link going wide, should have good speed though. In the downhill, still ahead of Poker. And another first place for Link, 101.64 this time. Poker 0.72, Speedy 0.84, then Ranked at 4th, Scary at 5th, and Zoom at 6th place. Austria will take it 10-11 in the round scores. Ranked did pass Scary in the end to make it a bit closer, but Austria in the lead here, and they seem to be on the same level as France, as Link now hits the edge in the start. Didn't have enough speed to make it. So again we see a French player dropping down in the start. Can't really afford that. Austria showing a bit more consistency at the moment. Poker now going up to 1st place, followed by Speedy at 2nd, Ranked at 3rd, Zoom at 4th, and Scary at 5th. Link almost 6 seconds behind, looking to take last place and only 1 point. Poker and Speedy still at top 2. Scary slightly behind here. Ranked will have to go up to 1st place. Zoom is at 3rd, so currently a blue point. Zoom are now going up to 2nd place as well, as we are closing in on the end. Poker, can he make it to 1st place? No. Ranked will stay in front, but Zoom with a late mistake. I believe he drifted too much to the left and may have hit the wall. So it was looking to be a blue point, but instead Austria wins again, and now we'll have a 2-point lead at 1-3. Starting the 6th round, let's take a look at... oh no, the 5th round actually. The first one didn't count, so let's see here. Speedy is at 1st place with 18 points. Ranked at 17, Poker at 16, Link at 15, Zoom at 11, and Scary at 7 points. So right now it's Speedy and Poker that are carrying Austria, and they are at 1st and 2nd in this next round. We did see a crash there from Ranked, I believe. He's 5 seconds behind. Also Zoom has crashed far behind as well. Another bad round here from France. Austria driving as they've always done, so far at least. Pretty consistent, Speedy and Poker especially. Keeping it together here. Speedy, 1st place, 900th head of Poker. Coming up to the last turn, Speedy will take it, 101.87, Poker 0.94. Link, the only French player doing somewhat okay in this round, able to defeat Scary, but Ranked and Zoom far behind. And now Austria in the lead with 1-4. And right about now I would say France should start to worry a bit, because they are not playing that well, to be brutally honest here. Bit too many crashes, especially in the start. This time they will all make it through that drop. And in fact we do have a top 3 here for France. Link, Ranked, and Zoom. 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. Zoom will fall down in the rankings a bit. Link and Ranked though still at the top. Seems determined to win this point. Oh, and then Ranked, I believe, was in the wrong gear. That's why he crashed. He believed he had more speed to make to take that trajectory with the drift, but lost. Didn't have as much speed as normally because he wasn't in the right gear. So crashed. And we'll go down to 6th place. But we do see Link and Zoom 1st and 2nd. The Austrian players with some minor faults here. So that's still gonna be a blue point. And good times as well from Link and Zoom. Setting times under 1:02 is definitely pretty good consistently. That's going to put the score at 2-4. Austria still in the lead. Good start by Poker. Also from Link. You see Ranked dropping down for France. Poker only 900ths from the Daddy 1 time. Oh, okay. Didn't have the best line, so... we'll go down in the ranking. Speedy, Scary, and Zoom all passing Poker. Link taking over 1st place still. Looking good here for Austria with all of their players still in the race for the top positions, ranked 1.5 seconds behind. Poker will hit the edge at the transition. And meanwhile, we do see Link and Zoom now at first and second place, which would mean a blue point. Here's Zoom, just in front of Scary and Speedy. This time, no late mistake, and he will finish at second with 0.84 behind Link, who takes first with 0.70. Good effort though from Austria. Continues to set high 101 or low 102 times. But France, with their second round in a row, now putting the score at 3-4. Starting the 8th round. See if France can tie up the score, complete the comeback, or if Austria will go up to a 2-point lead again. Right now, that will be the case with Poker at first place. Zoom though building up a lot of speed. Going all the way up to first place for a moment, dropping down to second now. Good downhill, but still at second place. Scary and Ranked are not far behind. Speedy is 2600 behind, and then Link is almost 2 seconds behind. We continue to see at least one of the blue players making major mistakes, while the Austrian players aren't really making that many mistakes, to be honest. Poker now going up to first place, passing Zoom in favor of Austria with only one turn left. Zoom almost hit the wall, comes with a lot of speed but not able to pass Poker, who will take it with 101.65. And actually, Ranked goes up to third place, but what is Link doing? Okay, he's gonna finish, but that's still gonna be a red point though. Despite Ranked able to pass Scary in the end. 10-11 in the round score, so you can't get any closer. Austria back to a 2-point lead at 3-5. Following Zoom as we start the next round. He will go down a bit. We also see Scary losing a bit of ground. Oh, and Scary losing much more ground now after hitting the wall. As we see Zoom advancing up to first place. Poker at second, Ranked at third, and Speedy at fourth place. Zoom going for a wider line than Poker. Didn't really pay off, so Poker will go up to first place. We see Ranked crashing. Zoom also not with another not so optimal line, but he will get more speed compared to Poker. So this is back and forth between these two players in the battle for first place, which could be very important. Coming up to the ending here, Scary is far behind as well. Zoom will take first place, 101.77, and I believe that will be why France will take this round. Yes, 11-10 this time in favor of France. Now on the scoreboard it's 4-5. We could see tennis mode, which of course means that you have to win with 2 points if the score is 6-6. Link with another early crash will be almost 2 seconds behind the next checkpoint. We also see a bit of an error from Scary, who is at last place in the team scores with 19 points only. Let's take a look at the top. It's Poker, Zoom, Speedy and Ranked fighting for the top positions. Currently a point in favor of Austria. Poker though goes a bit wide here. Ranked and Zoom can pass him, and then he also clips the wall in the next corner, leaving only Speedy together with the two French players. Speedy will have to try and take first place, but he zigzags over that stretch. And Zoom and Ranked on their way to secure first and second place, and with that also securing the point. France now tying up the score again, 5 points apiece. Both teams 2 points away from winning the first map. Austria looked to be the winner of this map when the score was 1-4, but France Playing a bit better now. Oh, as we see Ranked not hitting or not making the drop, hit the edge there, which is a kind of an unnecessary mistake. I feel like it's not too difficult of a start, although I do say that without having played the track myself, so maybe it's harder than it looks. But whatever is the case, Ranked is now 1 second behind. Speed had his wheels on the quarter pipe there, so he wasn't able to get back on the road. And also will make another mistake here, so he's down to 5th place. Ranked is catching up on him, but still behind. At the front, it's Poker and Zoom, 1st and 2nd place. Then Scary is keeping that 3rd place. Let's see if Poker can defend his 1st place here ahead of Zoom, who will go for the attack, but still behind. And Poker on his way to win 1st place, 101.66, 10 hundredths ahead of Zoom. Scary will check 3rd, and Speedy was able to stay in front of Ranked. So Austria will reach map point at 5-6. So we will either see Austria win or France getting the tennis mode. Link hitting the wall before the drop even. Oh, and then Ranked dropping down as well. Horrible start here for France, leaving only Zoom without any mistakes. All 3 Austrian players intact, close to each other, and not that far behind Zoom, who is keeping 1st place at least, but won't matter at this point. He needs Link and Ranked to pass some of the Austrian players, and that means that they will have to make some kind of mistake. Let's see what will happen, but right now Austria will be the winner of the 1st track. See Zoom actually extending his lead a bit. Poker still haven't given up, trying to go for 1st place to make sure that this will be a red point. We see that Link has made an additional mistake coming up to the ending. Poker will pass Zoom as well. Coming up to the last turn, Poker with a great finish, able to pass Zoom and take 1st place. And we also see Scary and Speedy 3rd and 4th, and that's gonna be it. Austria will take the 1st map against France with a score of 5-7. So France will actually lose a map here. I feel like that's not, you don't often get to say that, but that's gonna be the case as we are moving on to the 2nd map. We'll see if France will have some lineup changes. I guess Kronos, who usually plays for them, may not be trained on these tracks because he wasn't in the Dedi on the previous map, and let's see if he's in Dedi here. No, he's not, so I think that's why Kronos is not playing. He simply hasn't trained the tracks. I see that Poker is again the fastest player out of these 2 teams at top 6, 101.71. Actually, I should first show this picture. So the next track is Shikadai. It's made by Dexter and Luke, and the world record here is 101.561 by Horeni. And now let's take a look at the Dedi here. So Poker is mentioned at top 6. Then we have Symbios at top 8 with 0.76, and he is warming up, so looks like he will be playing for France. We also have Speedy at top 22 with 101.85, and those are the only players in the Dedi. See if we have any other lineup changes. We do see Kronos actually in the player spots right now, but since he's not in the Dedi, I still don't think he will be playing. As Poker will ask for the final warm-up, Punkido will ask for 2 more, so I guess we will have that. Symbios will have to switch to the blue team as well to avoid what happened on the first track. We see Cyril putting him in the blue team, so shouldn't have any problems in the start. So this will be the last, no, never mind, this will be one more warm-up after this. It's France versus Austria in Nations Cup 10. Austria took home the first map by winning with a 5-7 score. And as I mentioned in the introduction of this cast, I will be also casting another match in Nations Cup this evening. Germany versus Slovakia starting at 9 PM CST. If this match will be over 1 hour, then I will miss a bit of that match, I guess, but I will still cast it though, even though I miss maybe the first map even, but we'll see what will happen. Of course, yesterday we had a match in STC that had a length of 1 hour and 30 minutes, a real marathon of a match between BBD and Acor. One of the longest matches I've ever cast, I think, at least in this best of 3 format. Alright, so this is gonna be the final warm-up for the second track, Shikadai, created by Dexter and Luke. And we see here Symbio's now in the blue team, so he's gonna play. We also see that Kronos is warming up, so he will actually be playing. So maybe he is hiding his best time by not setting it online. Looks to actually be pretty prepared on this track, since he's at first place at the moment in this warm-up. So that's gonna be a great addition for France, obviously. Kronos, I would say, you can make an argument for him being the best team player, because I feel like he's always doing well in these kind of matches. So we'll see if he can bring it this time for France. I think they need it. We also see that Punky will be playing, a player I'm not that familiar of, to be honest. I can't even say at the top of my head which team he plays for. I see will be kicked here by Cyril, so I guess that was not actually their real player. Oh no, actually it is their real player, never mind, he is disconnected. So we will have to wait for Punky, and then we will start up this match again. Is he playing for a new era, maybe? I don't know, that's just a guess. Maybe someone knows in my chat. Of course, Kronos playing for Against All Authority, French esports organization, and Symbios playing for M&M Gaming, the latest team organization for Trackmania, just a few months ago. Okay, Punky was playing for a new era, but now plays for Grip, I see. So yeah, I think that may be Punky's first appearance for this French national team. I can't recall him playing for them in the past. So we'll see how he will do. Of course, if he's playing for them, then he obviously is a very skillful player. It's not easy to be one of the players here for France. They got so many good players. But Punky seems to be back, so I think we are starting here pretty soon. Just gonna ask if he's ready. Alright, so it's gonna be restarted after this round. See the lineups here for France: Kronos, Symbios, and Punky. So a completely new lineup compared to the first map. Which is pretty interesting, but also shows the depth that France got. We see Austria keeping the same lineup. It's Poker, Speedy, and Scary, which is pretty much maybe their best lineup. They do also have a Seric, who is a really good player. Let's see who else they have actually. Well, we're still waiting. So they got Retinik, Stompy, and Sammy as well. Also Orso, who is the captain. But that's gonna be the final warm-up. And let's continue this match again. It's Nations Cup 10, France versus Austria in group stage round 3. Austria winning the first map 5-7. And thus also getting the first point. So they are up to 4 points now in their group, having played one less match than France. So here we go, and let's follow Kronos and see how he will do in this first round. Through the first couple of turns, he gets a pretty good start in the middle of the pack. Goes for a wider trajectory, building up more speed, but it didn't really pay off that much. He will go up to third place though. Speedy currently at first, ahead of Symbiote. Kronos with a great transition over that small edge. Kept his grip and built up a lot of speed. Still at third place though with Speedy and Symbiote just in front of him. At the back we got Poker, Punky and Scary, who's made a small mistake. Kronos now advancing to first place, and then gets a huge bump, falls off the track and also retires for some unknown reason. Respawn is of course allowed in this tournament, so that's not good for France. Kronos is out, and meanwhile we have Poker on his way to take first place. Speedy is at second and Scary at fourth. Austria wins their first round. So let's see, I think maybe France are now letting Kronos know that respawn is allowed. He may think that this is ESL rules where it's not allowed, but it's always been allowed in ET Generation tournaments, so it's definitely worth keeping in mind, since every point matters, of course. Poker will get a slow start in the second round. Symbiote with the best start for France, and here is Kronos joining him. Punky actually at third place, so right now an ace, as we see Kronos with another mistake. This time hitting the ceiling of the checkpoint, I think. So he's gonna go down to last place because of it. Not a good start at all here for Kronos, so maybe he isn't that trained on this track after all. Not really his normal self at the moment. It's a battle between Speedy and Symbiote for first place. Punky has gone up to third, but Scary and Poker really close to him. Still looking good here for Austria to win their second point in a row. Speedy now extending his lead over Symbiote, who will get a slowdown there by not being in the right gear. Speedy will take it 102.18 ahead of Punky, Scary, Poker, Symbiote and Kronos at last place. And Austria with the perfect start, now in the lead with 2 points. Starting the third round, and this time it's Scary who goes down in the start by getting a small bug there from the border. Kind of risky to go over it in the start, not so sure if it's worth it. Only maybe a few hundreds faster if you do it perfectly. Symbiote with a good corner, and he will build up quite a significant lead at first place. Speedy at second, followed by Punky, Kronos, Poker and Scary. So France looking to win their first point. Actually, yeah, no, never mind. Symbiote still doing well, but Speedy is getting closer over the platform. Now only 700s behind. Kronos and Punky still at third and fourth. Looks like Poker has made a pretty big mistake. He's 3 seconds behind. Scary is 4.5 seconds behind, so this is no doubt a point in favor of France. 101.88 by Symbiote is a pretty good time. I think, yeah, just enough to be in the top 30. 3,000s faster than Royals time. Symbiote already in the Daddy, so got a bit of a faster time, but it's clear though that Symbiote is a good choice here for France. So far, no, actually not the one that's collected the most amount of points is Punky with 12, behind Speedy, who is at 17 points, and Symbiote with 10, Poker also with 10, Scary with 8, and Kronos, a bit surprisingly, is the one last in the team scores with only 5 points. And he doesn't really get that good of a start here in the fourth round. Poker is the one at first place, Speedy at second, but Kronos again with a good platform part. Goes for that risky line over the border. This time though, didn't get punished for it. But will go down to 4th place here. Poker and Speedy about to make this a red point. Symbiote is in between them. At the bottom, Punky is at 5th and Scary is far behind at 6th place. Coming up to the ending here, Poker will take first and then Symbiote hits the wall in the end. That's gonna allow Speedy to pass him as well, and actually both Poker and Speedy with times under 102, so a really good round from both of them. Symbiote and Kronos with low 102, which isn't too shabby, but a very good round there from Austria, who are in the lead now with 1-3. We are live into the next round following Symbiote. For France, he often gets a pretty good start, and so is the case as well in this one. Then he will go too close to the wall, stumbling, losing his grip and his speed, and then another poor turn here from Symbiote puts him even further behind. Kronos has also made a bit of a blunder, and so has Punky. Not a good round at the moment for France. It's Austria who are in the lead here, represented by Speedy, Poker and Scary, who will allow Punky to pass him at least, but still looking very promising for Austria as we are nearing the ending once again. Speedy 1800 ahead of Poker. Scary now back to 3rd place, could be an ace for Austria. Let's find out if that will be the case. Here is the last turn. Speedy will take it. Another good time, 101.93. Poker at 102.27 and Scary 200s ahead of Punky, and that will be an ace for Austria, who are now in the lead again with 1-4. So we did see this on the first track as well, but then France did come back and tied up the score. So let's see if that's going to be the case again. But Symbiote will have an early crash, and also Punky as well. So 2 French players down. Kronos the only one remaining who will go up to 1st place, where we usually see him, to be honest. Not really been doing so well, so I kind of suspect that Kronos may not know this track that well, because it's very rare that you don't see him in like the top 5 Daddy, and we do also see him have his wheels outside of the road as they went through that platform part. So again, Austria on their way to take another ace. They're 2nd in a row, and they are outclassing France at the moment. I feel weird saying that, because it's so it's not normal. France usually the ones dominating, and they won Nations Cup every single year except once. So this is pretty unusual, and that's a good round from Austria again. 102 low times, well, Poker 0.63, but that's still not that bad on this quite difficult course. And now the score is 1-5. Austria are dominating France, and they are only 2 points away from winning the 2nd map as well. No doubt though that this 3v3 format is benefiting a lot of smaller nations like Austria. So I mean, that definitely plays a role, but still, France should have a really strong team, and should be able to give Austria a good fight. But at the moment, it is Austria who are leading this match. And not in this round though. This time it is France who are doing the best, with Symbiote in the lead, Kronos at 3rd and Punky at 4th place. Scary and Speedy both above 1 second. Poker gonna overtake Symbiote. Goes up to 1st place. But the 3 French players are following him, and that will be a point for France, who are showing what they can do. 101.94 by Poker, 0.97 by Kronos, 102.08 by Symbiote, and 0.13 by Punky, followed by Scary and Speedy with slower times there. So that was a good round from France. If they can do that for the remaining rounds, then I can definitely see them coming back. But the problem is they really haven't shown that kind of consistency, as we see Symbiote hitting the checkpoint. Also Kronos falling down slightly. Scary also for Austria, leaving Punky, Poker and Speedy at the top. Kronos is coming back strongly here. usually does this part of the track pretty fast. And also the platform part coming up. So Kronos will go up in the rankings here with an inside line, but still slightly behind this trio of Poker, Speedy and Punky. Scary ahead of Symbios at the bottom. Right now this will be a red point, which of course will mean map point for Austria. Kronos with good speed, passing Poker, trying to make a difference, but Speedy is too far behind, or too far ahead rather. Kronos will not be able to catch up, although he makes a good effort and almost did catch up to Speedy. Had the track been a bit longer, maybe 1 second longer, then I think Kronos would have passed him, but not enough. And since Poker and Scary took 3rd and 5th, it's another point for Austria, who have now reached the map point at 2-6. France in a really tricky situation here, about to lose their 2nd map in a row. And of course this will put Austria in a really good position in the group, and they will have a good chance to take 1st place and thus get the better seeding. So France may have to go up against some really difficult opponents in the playoffs if they do make it. Still a couple of rounds left of the group stage. Meanwhile, we see Poker with the best start. It's only 1600s from the Daddy 1, 2000s ahead of Kronos, who is at 2nd. Punky doing pretty well for France. We see Symbios far back in the distance, so he's made a huge mistake here. Looking good for Austria at the moment. I believe this is 11-10 in favor of them. And Speedy will now pass Punky as well, going up in 3rd place. Poker about to set a really fast time here, determined to close it out, 101.97. Speedy goes up to 2nd, and Scary will finish at 4th. Kronos crashing in the end. And here is Symbios far behind. Austria will take the 2nd map as well, this time with a score of 2-7. Wow. What a performance here from Austria. I think, yeah, maybe France aren't playing as good as they can, but Austria are definitely playing well. Take a look at the team scores here. Speedy got the most with 47, followed by Poker with 42. Punky did the best for France, which I wouldn't really expect, to be honest. He will take 31 points. Scary with 26, Symbios with 25, and Kronos is at last place with only 23 points. So now I kind of feel like a fool, since I said before this map would start that he usually does really well in these team matches, but not this time. That just shows that in Trackmania you can't really rely on your basic skills or whatever. You gotta practice the tracks, otherwise it ain't going to matter. So yeah, anyways, Austria will take the 2 first maps. Let's see if France can get at least 1 point from this match. We are moving on to the 3rd and final map, which is View from Above, made by Tom Zan. The world record is 56.091 by Sheriff. You can see an overview look. You see that this track got a bit of a different scenery. No stadium surrounding it. And I would say this one may be the most challenging track of this 2nd map pack. Again, I haven't played these tracks, but just spectating it, it does seem to be pretty challenging. So may see a bit more crashes on this one. And it looks like Austria will keep the same lineup for the 3rd time in a row. It's Speedy, Poker and Scary. For France, we have some new players. I believe this is Alex, I think. So maybe Alex will be playing. Also Cappuccino will join the server for France. So they may have some lineup changes in the making once again. Warm-ups are going on. Let's take a look at the Daddy. See here that Cappuccino is at top 7 with 56.18, so I'm pretty sure he's gonna play. Poker is at top 11, 56.22. Speedy at top 15 with 56.25. And those are the only ones in the daddy here. So yeah, France struggling a bit in this match. I don't know if they... I mean, they're not used to losing these kind of matches. You can kind of count their losses over the years on one hand, I think. Like, I know Sweden have defeated them a couple of times, maybe 2 times or something like that. Who else have won against them? I don't know. Maybe Norway won against them in the winner bracket. Can't really remember. Maybe the Netherlands also won against them. I know there was one team that did, besides Sweden, that did win against them, but not in the grand final though. Anyways, that's gonna be the end of the warm-up, so a bit of a quicker warm-up this time. Okay, yeah, Norway did win against them once, and then they played against them in the grand final as well and lost in a really close final, I remember. But anyways, let's focus on this match. So Cappuccino, Alex and Zoom playing for France. And then for Austria we got Scary, Poker and Speedy. The same lineup again. Cappuccino with the slowest start. Speedy and Poker advancing to first and second. Scary is at 5th place at the moment. This drop is a bit tricky. Gotta avoid the wall, and then also landing bugs do happen sometimes. You did see Scary getting a landing bug, and maybe also Cappuccino. So Poker has also made a mistake. That part of the track seems to be the hardest one. Speedy still at first place though, but he got Zoom and Alex behind him. Poker and Scary still ahead of Cappuccino though, so this will be a red point. Speedy will take it, 56.51, pretty good time. Zoom and Alex also under 57 seconds. Poker and Scary finishing at 4th and 5th, and here's Cappuccino at 6th, but that will be a red point. Austria again taking the lead. As we go live into the second round. Following Scary for Austria. As he will now get the slowest start. Oh, and then he also clips the wall in the uphill. Puts him even further behind. Here's Cappuccino, who's gonna pass Zoom, who falls down in the downhill. This time no players crashing in the drop. Cappuccino though stumbling a bit over that blue edge next to the water, so he's a bit behind at 4th place. Let's go to the top. It's Speedy at 1st place, followed by Poker at 2nd. Austria about to secure another point here. Alex the only one close to them. Speedy with a good finish, taking 1st place, 56.53. Another solid time here from Speedy. Poker also with a good time, 0.69, 100 of a second ahead of Alex at 0.70. And Cappuccino at 4th, Scary at 5th, and Zoom at 6th. Austria continue to dominate France. Oh, and Scary will now get a border slowdown in the start. But, oh, okay. Poker also with a small bump, but didn't lose too much time with that. Speedy should pass Alex here as he built up a bit more speed. Here's the drop again. Alex now leading, goes for the left route. The right one should be a bit faster, so Speedy should catch up here and will also pass Alex. Goes for that inner line. And it's back to 1st place again. Speedy feeling comfortable on this track. Do see a pretty close round. Oh, Speedy will make a big mistake. Scary is far behind as well, and suddenly France looking to win this round instead. Alex will take first place with a time of 56.74, Poker 0.87, and also Cappuccino under 57 seconds. And then Zoom at fourth, ahead of Scary and Speedy. So France on the scoreboard at 1-2. So as predicted, we are seeing a bit more mistakes on this track. This time the Austrian players are also struggling a bit. So I still feel like France could maybe win this map. Just kind of focus a bit more on consistency maybe, not really on setting those really fast times. But it's another close start though, as Cappuccino mysteriously drops down. Maybe he had a transition bug. Also Scary continues to have some issues on this track. Poker in first place, and then Speedy keeping second just in front of Alex and Zoom. Let's see what will happen here in the end. Poker will take first, and then Speedy will take second. Yes, he will, with a good finish. Speedy will take the position behind Poker, and that will mean that Austria win again. 1-3 now. Let's take a quick look at the team scores. Poker in the lead with 19 points, Speedy at 18. We got Alex with 17, Zoom with 13, Cappuccino with 10, and Scary with 7 points. Fastest time is by Poker, 0.50. Poker with a pretty good start here. Bit behind the top as we see Speedy falling down in the downhill. Scary and Poker going again for the right route, while the French player will not. I'm pretty sure that going right is a bit faster. Poker with a nice turn. Scary though, or Speedy though, not with a good turn at all. So he's gonna drop down all the way to last place. Zoom and Alex also passing Alex here. Just Zoom and Alex passing Poker here in the end, but Poker coming back strongly, almost able to steal that first place from Zoom, but that will be a blue point, putting the score at 2-3. And about 10 minutes left here until Slovakia versus Germany will start. Still a bit to go in this final map, so I may miss the beginning of that match, especially if it goes to tennis mode. But we'll see. I will directly go to that other server for the other match once this is over. Alright, good start from all 6 players this time. Oh, as Zoom will go down in the drop. Oh, and he also hit the wall since he didn't have enough speed. And he's still not back on the road. This is gonna cost Zoom a lot of time. Not sure if he can actually even finish. We'll have to go around here to get the checkpoint. So he's gonna be far behind. Also Scary actually with a respawn, but we'll pass Zoom. Let's take a look at the top. It's Poker. Yes, just in front of Cappuccino and Alex. This will be a red point, since Zoom is at 6th place and Poker will take first. Speedy has finished as well at 4th, and here is Scary, far ahead of Zoom. And Austria securing yet another point. They have won a lot of these close rounds, I feel like. So France not doing that badly, but Austria usually taking first place, and maybe overall a bit more consistent than France. Coming up to the drop. Oh, and this time it's Poker and Scary who either got a landing bug or they hit the wall to the left. So that's gonna leave Speedy alone here in the top for Austria. Alex building up good speed. Zoom and Cappuccino 3rd and 4th place. Looks to be a blue point coming up to the last turn. Alex with a time of 56.59. Speedy able to take 2nd at least. But a good team effort there from France. All 3 players under 57 seconds. And they are still in this match. Now putting the score at 3-4. Trying to make the score look a bit better. I'm sure they would be happy to at least get a 1 point from this match. Don't think they expected to lose all 3 maps. Let's see if they can pull it off. Cappuccino, Alex with a good start. Risky trajectory. Could have gotten a slowdown there, but did not, and still keeping 2nd place. Soon will go up to 1st, and now he will get the landing bug again. This time though, I believe, yes, okay, so he doesn't have to take that other way, so he will be able to continue playing. Also Scary continues to have some problems here. So he's dead last in the top. It's Cappuccino ahead of Poker and Alex. Speedy bit further behind. Alex clips the pillar. Speedy will pass him. And let's see. This should still go to France though, since Scary is so far behind. But Alex made it a bit interesting at least. Scary also opting to retire too far away from the finish line. Or maybe the timer ran out. So that's gonna put the score at 4 points apiece. This continues to be pretty close. The first map was also pretty close. Second one not so much. Austria definitely the better team. But on this one it feels like it could go either way as we start the 9th round in total. Oh, and this time all 6 players making it through the drop. So this could be the closest round so far. Poker extending his lead. Oh, okay. Speedy building up good speed. You see Scary again far behind the others. Poker goes too much to the right. And that's gonna allow Alex to pass him. And that's gonna make it a blue point instead. Fatal mistake there from Poker. Despite setting a really good time. But an even better time from Alex, 56.45. Making it a blue point instead. And now France in the lead. Is this for the first time in the match? I feel like it might be. 5-1 is the score. And they are 2 points away from winning this 3rd map. And a good start from both Alex and Cappuccino. Zoom is at last place, but not that far behind the others. Coming up to the drop. And all 6 players once again making it. Cappuccino going to the right this time. Back at 1st place. Alex at 2nd. Close round again, but a small advantage for France at the moment. Speedy though going up to 1st place. Close battle between Speedy and Cappuccino. Speedy still in front. And he should have enough speed here to make it. 1st place for Speedy, 56.50. Defeating Cappuccino with 500s. And that's gonna be a red point, but really close round though. 5 players under 57 seconds. And it's all tied up again, 5-5. See See that Alex has now gone up to first place in the team scores with 44 points. Poker 1 point behind. Speedy 3 points behind. Then Cappuccino at 35. Zoom at 29. And Scary only with 16 points. So Austria kind of playing with only 2 players in a way. As Speedy hit the wall straight on. And he will have to respawn here. That's gonna cost him a lot of seconds. Both Cappuccino and Scary clipping the pillar, leaving 3 players at the top, led by Poker, but Zoom and Alex keeping the next positions. France about to reach the map point. Wow, what a time there from Poker. 56.38, the fastest one so far. Scary actually going up to 3rd place, but since Speedy had to respawn. Whoa, no, never mind. I was completely wrong. That will go to Austria. Sorry about that. Austria will take it, and they are now in the lead with 5-6. Map point for Austria instead. I wonder what happened there in the end, which allowed Speedy to take 3rd place. So yeah, Austria now with the opportunity to win the 3rd map as well and get the max amount of points from this match. You see Speedy and Poker with good start, and what was that from Speedy? I got a huge bump from the border, biggest one I've ever seen almost. But actually kept his speed somewhat okay, so he's still at 5th place. Zoom is the one who's at last place, far behind. Alex going to the left of the pole, but will come up with more speed. Still at 1st place, ahead of Poker and Scary. But I think this will be an Austrian point, and then Scary crashing. And that's gonna change everything. Cappuccino goes up to 3rd place. Poker almost able to defeat Alex, but we are going to see tennis mode on this 3rd and final map. Couple of really close rounds here in the end. And of course the time is now 9 PM CEST, so I will be missing a bit of the start of Germany versus Slovakia. As we see a no drift from Zoom. Kind of maybe a sign of nerves. Getting that no drift. You also see Cappuccino. Oh no, Alex with a mistake. 2 French players down. Poker and Speedy 1st and 2nd. Scary comes up to 3rd place. Looking good for Austria to get back to map point. Zoom and Alex pretty far behind. Cappuccino, the only French player, doing decently. Poker about to take 1st place again, and with that also regaining 1st place in the team scores. 56.54 by Poker. Speedy 100 behind. Cappuccino 800s behind. Scary 3500s behind. And then Zoom 7100s behind, and Alex 4 seconds 4200s behind. So Austria back to map point at 6-7 now. Second attempt. And we are following Poker. We won't get the fastest start. He's at 5th place, in fact. It's Alex who is at the top. All players surviving the drop. Most of them going to the right. Alex, Zoom with a bad trajectory there, losing some ground, and also Alex losing his 1st place. Scary goes up to 1st instead. Poker is at 3rd. Speedy at 4th place. This might be it for Austria. About to win this 3rd and final map. 1 turn left. Can Alex take 1st place ahead of Scary? Yes, he will, but it ain't going to matter. Scary, Poker, and Speedy will secure this last point in favor of Austria, who will take it with a score of 6-8. Winning all 3 maps against France, the defending champions The nation who's won all editions of Nations Cup except one. So a crazy result. I don't think many people expected this, but a really good effort from Austria. Definitely deserved to win. And we'll see if they will also take first place in the group. But that's gonna be it for me. I'm gonna go now and cast Germany versus Slovakia. So see ya in just a few moments.